All right, tonight we're going to talk about composite decking. It's becoming quite an issue in the marketplace. I am personally involved in 3 or 4 lawsuits right now representing the homeowners who have had this stuff installed based on what the manufacturers are saying about it is not coming true, and they're really upset about it. And this stuff is not cheap. You're talking anywhere from $4 to maybe $6 or $7 a square foot, depending on how fancy it is and how complicated the mosaic of laying it down is. Uh, Manufacturers are claiming certain things about it which are turning out not to be true in real life. So as a result, there are legal issues, and we're going to talk about some of those tonight. So what is composite decking? Well, it's basically made up of wood, plastic, and resin. It's got a Class C fire rating. It resists rot, termites, ultraviolet light, salt, air. These are all good qualities. One of the reasons why it's so popular is because it's pretty much supposedly maintenance free, but as I said, that turns out not to be necessarily the case. Some of the lawsuits are Louisiana Pacific, Geodeck. Most of the issues are with homeowners are that it does not hold up to its claim, and it's actually getting damaged by being exposed to the elements. This is Trex. Trex is a big brand name. I've not run across any issues with Trex yet. I do see it a lot in my market area where we have a lot of ultraviolet sun damage, we have a lot of salt air damage, and this stuff seems to be working out pretty good for that reason. Unfortunately, not everybody's buying this. This is a high-end product, by the way. It's kind of expensive. Another example here where they did a bit of a mosaic on it, on a staircase. Here's a deck on the water with a bench to sit on. Looks good when it's brand new. What these pictures, what you're looking at here, are relatively young Trex. It's not got a lot of mileage on it yet. So who knows what it's going to look like in 3 or 5 years. This is what this stuff looks like in cross section. The reason they put the holes in there is to lighten it up so it doesn't have a lot of weight to it. And by building it like you would a box bridge, it gives it a lot of stiffness. And then if you look on the left and right ends, edges, you're going to see where it's interlocking, which helps hold it all together. Comes in all colors imaginable. They can make it in any color you want. The claim, practically all components decking manufacturers claim that their products will not do is it won't split, it won't dust, it won't shrink, it won't flake, it won't blister, it won't stain, it won't break, it won't fade. And I got to tell you from personal experience, it does all those things. It doesn't take a lot of time for that to happen. I've looked at the deck in Tampa recently that was in the process of being installed, and it's already dusting to the point where people are unhappy with homeowners. It does tend to flake and stain. It tends to blister and break, as you can see in some of these pictures. Sorry? Somebody had a question? Here's an indication of some composite decking flaking pretty severely, to the point in this picture where it's being structurally affected. The flaking is so bad. Another indication right there, flaking. This is primarily caused by exposure to ultraviolet light and the weather. The very thing is supposed to be resistant. Fading, staining. Good example right there of some staining. Or, I'm sorry, fading. The following deck companies went out of business in 2017 or later, or were absorbed by another company. So these guys don't exist anymore under these names. Nilodeck, N-Deck, Clubhouse, Clear, Gauzen, Correct Deck, CPI Plastics, Lifetime Timber, Monarch. All of these companies went out of business to avoid lawsuits. and now we're down to a small handful that still exist, and they seem to be doing fairly well. Now, keep in mind, gentlemen and ladies, that although there are issues with composite decking, they are improving as a result of some of these actual experiences that homeowners are experiencing. So they are improving on the product. They're making it less susceptible to fading, less susceptible to flaking, less susceptible to the other items I mentioned earlier. But it's going to take some time. It's not there yet. We also have aluminum decking. We're not very commonly used, but it is available in some areas. This has a Class A fire rating, which is better than the composite. It does resist rot, termites, ultraviolet light, and salt air. Unfortunately, it has interlocking panels, so it does not drain well. It can be damaged, like any aluminum product it can. This can be damaged as well by impact, usually. Here's an example of what some metal aluminum decking looks like, but you can see where it's holding water, and that's not a good thing with decking. So there has to be some system that can drain aluminum decking. They just haven't figured it out how to do that yet. Short of sloping the deck, of course, which is not real practical in some circumstances. There's some metal decking with a trim edge on a staircase. And that's Mike's moment. This